Hey guys, welcome back. It's Maverick here with another episode of Majo no Tabitabi. So, I'm sure, we're all still thinking of the last episode and how this series took a turn for the dark. I say took a turn for the dark, but I don't really think it's going to continue that way. Certainly, last episode seemed more like something out of the horror genre or whatnot, and let's just say that Elaina herself is really mentally scarred as well, right? She's been adventuring for 3 years now, but seeing her react in such a big way to what happened, I'm sure this is going to be something that she's not going to forget anytime soon. Now, I said I'm not quite sure if I should use the terminology take a turn to the dark because at the same time, I do feel like it's sort of a one-off kind of thing. I'm not expecting the series to continue on in that kind of style and format. In fact, I wouldn't be too surprised if in this episode we start, getting some more fluffy kind of stuff and allowing Elaina to heal her scarred mental and whatnot. And, get her back on her feet and see what's going to happen in the next upcoming episodes toward the end of the season, right? Now, then again, we could be entering into a sort of like a depression period for her. That's also possible as well. So maybe this episode is going to talk about her questioning life, questioning her own morals, questioning her own abilities, etc., before eventually picking things up back again towards the end. So, let's just jump into the episode and see where the story takes us. Alright, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, Saya. And her teacher. Huh. Zoe, the town of freedom. Oh, good for you. Aisa! So, is Saya going to be Elena's healer? Healing her broken heart and all that? I mean, I guess it would kind of make sense considering her special position here. As one of the few recurring characters and peers to Elaina. Like, this is sort of representing the depression part that she has. And then, after the rain, it's sunshine. Nope. Did I? Okay. Just to make sure. Yeah, I kind of came to terms that Saya is someone special to Elaina. Even though, of course, we gotta act out the tsundere tendencies that she has, right? The two teachers. Huh. Hey, what did I say? I think I mentioned this 2 episodes ago, that I feel like these two are probably related as well. Is this going to also turn into sort of a sort of like a parallel between Elena and Saya as well? Damn. Man, I love her. Look at her style. It's a small world. You guys are all related somehow. Oh, really? Oh! It's Elena's mom. What did I say, guys? Oh, they're both apprentices of her? So we're gonna see young Fran, young Sheila. What kind of Yankee are you, girl? We have to end this episode with Fran and Sheila meeting Elena or something like that. I think young Fran being so annoyed is adorable. Damn, Sheila. She like beef. Yep. Isn't that the same? Oh, what are you gonna teach with... Okay, so basically she's forcing those two to work with each other, I guess. Is that also melee? is it throwing knives? Yep. Now seriously, Fran with some sass instead of being like her usual prim and proper self. I love that. Well, Elaina certainly got her personality from her mom. They're like the exact same. Good question. So they hate magicians, but they use magical powers. Mm. These two. Ooh. Let the other one mess up. A tale as old as time. Behind Drew. So they're gonna fight instead.
私の方が立場は上。わかるか？わかりませんし、わかったとしても渡しません。はあ
Oh, he's gone.
何なんですか？私の邪魔がしたいんですか？それとも師匠に認められたいんですか？うっせえな。お前には関係ねえだろうが。こんな風に私たちは互いの足を引っ張るばかりで。
So, couldn't really do anything.
何日経っても骨董堂の連中を一人として捕まえることはできませんでした。
お主がフランとやらいう魔法使いだな。
私の名前をどこで？
細かいことはどうでもよい。それより仕事は順調か？
順調そうに見えます。
骨董堂のリーダー、仲間を襲っている魔
Hmm?
法使いの
Isn't it this girl? Isn't it this lady?
ずいぶんと物騒な事態になっておるようじゃの。
いえ、これに関しては好都合です。
なぜじゃ？命を狙われておるのじゃぞ。
つまりそれって向こうから来てくれるということでしょ？探す手間が省けて助かりますね。
はあ、ずいぶんな自信じゃな。
ええ、だって実際こうやって来てくれましたからね。あなたが骨董堂のボスですか？
Technically, a witch. Okay, there's a gun.
あっと、抵抗しようなどと思うなよ。おかしな動きをすれば、新聞の見出し通り、お主の首をここで跳ねてやるからな。
Wouldn't you die first?
連れて行け！こやつを始末するぞ！へい
Oh. Shelia was captured as well.
だよ、あっさり捕まってんじゃねえよ。使えねえ姉でしたな。あなたも捕まっていたんですか？本当につくづく使えない妹弟子ですね。
お主ら魔法使いはいつもそうじゃ。我ら骨董堂の仕事をことごとく邪魔しよって。お主らのせいで我らの仕事はいつも失敗ばかりじゃった。気に食わん、実に気に食わん。お前たちもだ。こんなちんちくりの魔女見習い二人に遅れを取るとはな。せっかく地に落ちた魔法使いの評判がまた元に戻ってしまうじゃろうが。今までの苦労を水の泡にするつもりか？それでよく骨董堂を名乗れたもんだ。もっと気を引き締めな。師匠がどうだの？話は全部こちらに筒抜けじゃったぞ。なんじゃ？お遊びで我らの仕事を邪魔しておったんか？
遊びにもなんねえよ。お前らをぶっ倒すことくらい。
お主。
That's a Yankee for you. Why did you even take them back to your place in the first place? Bunch of incompetence. Gotta have a sexy pose. Oh yeah. Damn. Woo-hoo-hoo. Damn. Oh yeah, she doesn't have her kiseru yet, so what is she using as a wand? Ooh. Damn.
もしかしてあなたもわざと捕まったんですか？潜入して一網打尽にしてやろうと思ってな。無茶ですよ。お前もだろ。
Oh, it's the box. Right, and oh.
さすがは魔法使い様。まだまだ我らでは歯が立たぬの。
少し休んでから教会に連絡しましょうか。賛成だ。
And now they've become besties.
師匠の魔法を学ぼうと思ったんですか？別に大した理由じゃねえよ。私は独学で魔法を覚えてな。
おい、ちょっと。
それを使って生活してたんだけど、
Yeah.
ある日財布を盗もうとした相手が師匠でな。あっさり捕まえられた。
Why would you try to steal from a witch?
知ったんだ。
Oh, she never heard about witches?
さよ。
Alright.
それまで知らなかったんですか？
Eh.
誰も教えてくれなかったからな。だけど師匠
I guess that's a reasonable explanation.
人々に尊敬されているかを。魔女になればこんな野良猫みたいな生活をしなくて済むって思った。だから弟子にしてくれって頼んだ。な、大した理由じゃねえだろ。で、あんたは？
Same as you.
私の方がよっぽど大した理由じゃありませんよ。私の故郷には魔女がいないんです。だから魔女になれば、それは国でただ一人ということ。そしたら一生食いっぱぐれることがないじゃないですか。だからです。打算的に魔女になろうと思ったってわけか。まあ、要約すると。だよ。私と同じじゃねえか。
Kind of the same.
ですね。
And now they're besties.
私とシーラは骨董堂一味を一網打尽にしました。
くそー、この恨み晴らしてみせるからな。
出てきたらまた何かしでかすのでは？かもね。二人とも本当にご苦労様でした。私たちはそれからも師匠と共に旅をして、師匠が故郷へと戻った時に。
Aww.
やったぜ、ついに。ありがとうございます。よく似合っているわ。これで二人とも一人前の魔女よ。はい。それでね、魔女名だけど、フランは髪が黒いわよね。だから星屑の魔女ね。え？シーラは髪が輝いてるわよね。だから夜闇の魔女ね。え？黒いのなら私が夜闇の魔女では？輝いているなら私が星屑の魔女では？夜闇と星屑は共にあるからこそ映えるのよ。ちょっと意味わかんないっす。つまりあなたも一緒ですよとか、そんなメッセージを的なことを言いてんじゃねえの？当たったみたいですね。でもどうして髪の色が由来なんです？かっこいいからよ。こうして師匠との旅は終わり、私は故郷に戻って先生になり、シーラは意外にも魔法統括協会で働くことになったのでした。あなた変わりましたよね。別に。まあでも喧嘩ばかりしてた頃よりは今の関係の方が好きかな。楽だし。本当に変わりましたね。お互い大人になったってことだろ。さて、日が暮
Yep. 'Oh, are we going to... Okay, it seems that she's picked herself up. Fola and Shiren, but... Yeah! They're all gonna meet here. I can't wait for that. See you guys after this. Well, what did I say, guys? It all comes together in the end. So, Eleina's mom is, in fact, Nikke, using a pseudonym as her actual name. I looked at the credits, and apparently she's called Victorica? Not Victoria. I believe it's Victorica. But in any case, I'm pretty sure that that is Nikke, and that is also Eleina's mom, right? And so the apprentice... So basically the stories were absolutely talking about her. She was the one who retired in the countryside at the end. She was the one who took up the apprentices. And these apprentices, even though they are also using fake names within the adventures, are actually Fran and Sheila, right? And it all comes together. I mean, how, like, what a small world this is, right? And it's just so ironic in a lot of ways, or happy coincidence, I guess you could say, for someone like Elaina, who's basically traveling around the world, right? Meeting lots of different people, lots of different places, lots of different events, and yet, at the end of the day, it all ties back together to her mom, and, to various people who are associated with her mom as well. So now we got Sheila, we got Fran, and then Sheila's apprentice is actually Saya, who's also looking up towards Elaina, and, you know, they're kind of also peers as well, right? So I find this entire thing to be quite funny. Although it did make the episode where Sheila appeared kind of strange, right? They were really masking it a lot, right? They were masking it as if Sheila only knew of Elaina because of the pendant, because of her relation with Saya, when in reality, I feel like Sheila should have instantly recognized that Elaina was Victorica's daughter, right? So the daughter of her teacher. But now that I think of it, maybe she did, even though the episode itself was trying to give us lots of hints as to, you know, she might, Elaina is related to Saya, and, you know, pushing us towards that direction. If you think about it, ever since Elaina arrived onto the scene, ever since Sheila laid her eyes on Elaina, she'd been teasing her, you know, doing things that, like questioning her, interrogating her, not exactly a sort of, not exactly the sort of type of thing I think a reasonable person would do, right? I still recall when she was searching her room and all that, she was going around basically making fun of Elaina as well. So I do have to wonder if it's the case where she already knew that Elaina was her teacher's daughter, and so that's why she tried to mess around with her, you know, play around with her and whatnot, get her a little bit worked up, just out of fun, because she definitely seems the type of person who would do something like that as well, right? So I do wonder if that can be considered a hint that she already knew of Elena's identity and was just doing things to have fun. But in any case, so unfortunately we didn't get a big reunion at the end of this episode, but it seems that we are heading towards that in the next one, possibly, because you know, we still got the thing with the box. Apparently, I would assume that by them still putting, you know, specifically mentioning it and not giving us a conclusion to that, that's probably going to be part of the next story. Not to mention that, you know, that's where what's it called? Saya is traveling to as well, right? She's taking the box to there, and now Fran and Sheila are also chasing after her, and Elaina has just arrived there as well. So we're probably gonna get a big reunion right there, right then. And well, let's just see what exactly is going to happen. Certainly, Elaina seems to have picked herself back up. She doesn't seem to be suffering any long-term consequences from the events of last episode, which I guess, I don't know how I feel about that. On one hand, I do feel like most of these stories are independent of each other, right? Even though they do feature some of the same characters, some recurring characters and whatnot, but mostly the events aren't related with each other. So I was still kind of expecting a healing episode for Elaina, but apparently they're just gonna continue on and go to the next arc, go to the next story, which I guess might work as well, right? I don't have a preference either way. I mean, as long as the stories itself are entertaining, I'm fine with it, right? Um, Beyond that, I guess I haven't really talked much about this particular episode, but to be honest, there's not really too much to talk about. It's just the story of Fran and Sheila, right? I do have to say, though, I liked Fran better. I liked her design better while she was younger as an apprentice and whatnot, and I feel like I like Sheila better as she is now more mature and whatnot. So Fran, on the other hand, looks a little bit too gloomy in a sort of way, right? Even though she's nice and all that, but I feel like especially with her long hair and going to sight and all that, she gives off this more sort of um gloomish kind of feeling, right? Whereas Sheila is definitely, the Fury Spirit. She's kind of toned it down a little bit, so she's not as brash as she was before, and yet still retains her style and her attitude, right? So I do love it about that. So, but while they were young, damn, Fran is definitely a beauty, right? All right. I don't think there's really too much else to add towards this episode. Like, come on. I think most people probably should have expected this as well, right? Like, it was super obvious in terms of the Nikkei part and Elena's mom and whatnot, and then they were sort of hinting at Fran already being related to all this as well. Back in the episode where she met up with Elaina again. But Sheila is definitely a new one here. I wasn't expecting this one, but I was expecting maybe they were also all related somewhat. I certainly didn't expect her to be a peer of Fran instead, which I guess makes it much more fun and interesting in my opinion, just to it makes me kind of feel giddy that all of these are somehow related with each other. So, yeah, I think that's all that I can say. I mean, you guys probably saw my reaction this whole episode. I was like smiling the whole time. I was like, yeah, I dig it. I dig this type of scenario. Anyways, that's it for now. Thank you guys, and I will see you guys next week as well. Bye bye.